Hello, this is Master Hotchkiss, 7th degree black belt from the Kongdowan Martial Arts Institute. Right now we're going to be working on 9th Gup Yellow Belt distant defenses. Those numbers are going to be numbers 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Everything we do here at the school goes in sequence, so white belts were 1 through 5, yellow belts are going to be 6 through 10, blue belts 11 through 15, so forth and so on. So starting today again, I have Mr. Kingston with me. Mr. Kingston and I are going to be demonstrating the techniques shadowed without a partner. Then we're going to turn interactive. I'll be doing the distant defense, and then Mr. Kingston will be doing the distant defense so you can see it from both angles. So again, we're going to start from Chumbi, and then we're going to proceed with the first distant defense, which is going to be distant defense number 6. Distant defense number 6, we're going to look at our opponent. We're going to chamber our left hand up for a forearm block. As they attack, we're going to make stance. Now when we do this, we're going to slide into a horse riding stance. We're going to slide our left foot, and then if you watch our right foot, it's actually going to drag a little bit, moving us off to the side. So as we make our stance, we're going to slide out, and we're going to slide a little bit. Now notice, we're not parallel this way. We're still at a little bit of an angle, and this is important. Now when we go to do our technique, we're going to use 2 hands, and we're going to throw the forearm block, knocking their hand away from us. Once they do, we're going to take our left hand, we're going to chamber it down, stance is going to remain the same, and then we're going to throw right hand, reverse punch to the rib cage with a shout, and then we're going to go into defensive. Hands are up, a couple steps away. All right, so now, Mr. Kingston and I are going to demonstrate that together. Scoot towards me just a little. Perfect. We're going to make, attention, we're going to bow, and chumbi. All right, so now Mr. Kingston will go back for the attack again. He's going to look, he's going to chamber left hand on top, he's going to slide right leg back, and he's going to execute downward block with a shot. Okay? Now once he's in this position, now we're going to move on and execute distant defense number 6. As I'm looking, then I'm going to shout. Hey! He's going to fold his arm, he's going to slide forward. As he slides forward, I'm going to chamber. As the punch starts to come out, I'm going to slide out into horse riding stance, and I'm going to execute forearm block. Once the arm clears out of the way, I'm going to fold my arm down, I'm going to execute punch to the rib cage with a shout, and then I'll step into defensive. So now we're going to switch, and now I'm going to attack. So I'm going to slide back, downward block and shout, and whenever he's ready, he's going to shout. I'm going to fold, I'm going to slide, and he executes number 6. All right, so now, moving on to number 7. Chumbi. All right, distant defense number 7. Distant defense number 7 is going to look very similar to distant defense number 3. So those of you who watched the first video for the white belts and saw that distant defense, it's going to be the same movement. So what we're going to do here is we're going to look, we're going to chamber for a reverse knife hand block. Feet are going to be the same as well. Our stance, turn the toes out, we're going to make a half circle with our foot, and we're going to execute reverse knife hand block. Breathing. Now, once we're in this position, we're then going to slide our arm up and we're going to grab their collar. Now one of the things that we teach in the school sometimes to help the kids remember is you crawl up like a spider and grab a hold of their collar, whatever works best for you. Now from here, watch what we're going to do. We're going to take our right toes and we're actually going to turn them a little bit and point them at an angle. Then we're going to slide our left foot up to our right. Now when you get into this position, we're now going to execute a right leg reap, which is back of knee to back of knee. Now when we go to do this, the key is when you lift your leg, you don't want to just lift it a little bit. You've got to lift it all the way up, at least to your waist or higher, and then you're going to reap down and through. As you do, you're going to pull their upper body down towards the ground. So when he and I go to do this now, go ahead. We throw them down to the ground. Once they impact the ground in front of us, we step off into defensive. Now, we're going to do that interactive. So now, Mr. Kingston goes back to the attack, and I'm going to do number 7. I'm looking, and I shout, hey! As the attack comes in, I'm going to chamber, I'm going to slide around, execute my block. I'm going to slide up, grab a hold of his uniform or his collar, whatever I can get a hold of. I'm going to turn my toes a little bit, I'm going to slide my feet together, and then I'm going to execute my reap, back of knee to back of knee. He hits the ground. I go back into defensive. And now he and I are going to switch. Good. All right, so now, moving to the next distant defense number 8. All right, we're going to start in Chumbi again. And now, when we go to do number 8, we're going to look, want to remember, right, right. Always say right, 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 right on this one, because it's all going to involve your right side. So when we're here, we're going to bring our left arm up, and our right hand goes on the outside. We're going to leave our right foot, we're going to slide the other one back, we're going to use our right hand, and we're going to do an upward parry. Once we get to this position, we're going to take our hand, we're going to reach over and grab their wrist. We're going to take our left hand, we're going to place it against the back of the elbow. We're going to use this for leverage. Then what we're going to do is we're actually going to pivot our body and swing our leg up. Now the key to this is you got to make sure your leg swings that way. Okay? Some people don't rotate far enough, and that's when we run into issues on distant defense number 8. So when Mr. Kingston and I go to do this, we're going to rotate, go ahead, swing it up, and down. The reap goes back, the hands push forward, they go down to the ground, either into a dead person's fall or into a roll, and then we're going to go into defensive. So now, we'll do this together slowly. And now we're going to do number 8. Now again, I got to make sure that I've got good distance, and then when he goes up for the attack, I'm going to chamber, I'm going to slide, the attack comes up, I'm going to parry, grab, hand on the back of the elbow, I'm going to turn, notice I don't stop here, I'm not putting my foot down, lift my leg, and then I'm going to contact, I'm going anywhere, my calf to his low inside thigh. That's going to be the technique. Everybody understand? Let's do it again. Here we go. Take. Slide back, parry, grab here, pivot, and reap. Okay, then we'll switch so you can see from the other side. Let's go for this one. Take. All right, so now moving on. Distant defense number 9. Distant defense number 9, again, is going to be a little confusing when we do it here, but it'll be a little bit easier when we do it interactive. So we start off in Chumbi. All right, now, on number 8, we said right, 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 right. On number 9, we switch it up. Left, 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 left. So when we chamber our hands, we're going to bring the other hand up. Left hand goes on the outside. We're going to keep our left leg, slide the other one back. Left hand does the upward parry. Now, once we're here, we're going to take this left hand, the wrist, we're going to hook it and pull their hand down. Make sure your hand looks like this. Don't let it twist in funny ways. It's got to be up and down like if you were giving a thumbs up. Now, from here, we're going to slide up with our back leg into what's called a walking stance or a high front stance. And as we do, we're going to put our arms on both sides of their arm. If you notice, if I were to take my thumbs and open them up right now, they point towards me. That's how your hand should be. Now, you're going to push with your left and pull with your right, showing a break. Once you do that, you're going to then take your hands. You're going to chamber them down on your right side, almost like a punch. You're going to turn your right foot, then you're going to slide your left foot, making a front stance facing the opposite direction you were facing. And then you're going to execute, while looking over the left shoulder, a spearing elbow strike with a shout, and then you continue that rotation with your right foot to step out into defensive. So now let's do that interactive. Sir. Mr. Kingston's going to go back for the attack. All right, so now again, left, 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 left. When I shout, hey! Left hand on the outside, left foot stays, other one's back. The punch comes in, left hand does it. I'm going to hook it, I'm going to pull it down. I'm going to slide into position. Notice I step to the outside of his leg, not the inside. Hand goes underneath, execute the break. Then I chamber, turn my right foot, turn my left foot, almost like I'm sitting on their front leg, and then I'm going to do spearing elbow strike, with a shout, continuing my turn into defensive. Your turn. Good. And now we're on the last one, number 10. Real easy one, easiest of the group. So again, we're going to make Chumbi. Now, from here, Again, we're thinking left, 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 left. Okay? So, left hand, chambers on the outside, but they're going to be open. Left foot stays. Other one goes back. Left hand does the parry. And as it does the parry, you're going to cheat, and you're going to take your right hand, and you're going to drop it down, all the way down. Now when you do, hold right there for a second. When you do, you got to make sure that you take your fingers together and you tuck your thumb underneath. You want this part of your hand to be flat because that's what you're going to hit with, and this is called a ridge hand strike. So now from this position here, you're just going to pull your left hand down, right hand goes into a ridge hand, and you're going to hit them striking the temple with a shout. Hands back, and then we go into defensive. Okay? So let's do that one together. So Mr. Kingston's going to go back for the attack. Left hand chambers, left foot stays, left hand does the block. I drop this hand down, tucking the thumb underneath, executing ridge hand, with a shout, and defensive. Good, excellent. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. Again, this was Yellow Belt, 9th Gup Yellow Belt, Distant Defenses, number 6 through 10. If you have any comments, questions, thoughts, please leave them in the bottom. Always feel free to visit us either on our website, www.kongdawan.com, or you can find Kongdawan on Facebook, and look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.